Yo, what's up? It's Jason. I am back again with another video, and I am out on vacation way east in the Atlantic coast, Halifax to be specific, and had a great trip. Came out here for Halifax Art Book Fair. Successful fair. Met a lot of people, did a lot of things this week, and of course picked up a little bit of vinyl. So you may hear some very smooth jazz in the background. I'm just taping from a local cafe, and hopefully you guys can hear me. So I've got about 15 records to show you guys, a lot of singles, but the usual hodgepodge here of mixed flavors. We've got disco, we've got techno, and we've got some old school UK punk and post-punk in this stack. I guess I would kick off with some of the disco stuff I got. So some of these I picked up in Moncton, some of these I picked up in Halifax. This was one I picked up in Moncton, which was some disco jazz. Brass Fever, I should say jazz funk. 1976, kind of like a Crusades kind of thing, if you know that band. There it is there. This actually came out on Impulse, but Impulse ABC. So you get those kind of logos there. Pretty cool. There's a couple good tracks on here. Time Is Running Out, which I guess is the title track. Seems to be the best. Also found this, which is a disco funk. Again, another kind of like jazz guy doing disco and funk. This is Greg Diamond and Hardware. I think this was like his third album or something. It's got a couple good jams. This was just kind of cheap pickup. Also cheap pickup was this one, Angela Bofill, Too Tough. Really the best track on this one is the opening track, the Too Tough title track. After that, it kind of gets into some weak sauce, a little bit of slow jams, etc. But it's got a good electronic-ish disco boogie feel to the title track. More stuff I got from Spin It in Moncton, just a double copy of Bow Wow Wow's EP, The Last of Mohicans. This, of course, has I Want Candy and Cowboy on there. Second copy, had one before. Picked up some Ron Carter, speaking of jazz funk. Bit of a fusion release. This is on Kudu, CTI sublabel. So Anything Goes. A couple good jams on there, not bad. And as for some punk, how about legendary Exploited? Yeah, Punk's Not Dead. This is an OG press. This is my priciest one on the trip. Gonna finally go see Exploited this year, I'm hoping. Did get to go see a punk show out here on the East Coast. I went to see Descendants last night with Buzzocks, and that was really cool. So I'm gonna put some video at the end from that show. But Exploited, have not seen them yet, but this is the classic. This is the debut album, I believe, by Exploited, Punk's Not Dead. And yeah, it's dope. Cop Cars, Monkey Pop, Army Life, it's all in there. So OG Press, Secret Records, UK Press. Pretty good condition, not a bad price. Decided to pull the trigger on that one. Then also found this. It's a boot, but I had my eye on a boot earlier by Warsaw as well, and found this one in the wild for pretty cheap, actually. An ideal for killing. Warsaw, of course, the OG version of Joy Division, first band, and a lot of songs actually end up on the Joy Division albums, but this is kind of a cool, I think, live recording, super white label stuff. So that's that. So you can see white labels, both sides. Got a inner card as well. So that was fun. And then last up, I will show you guys the singles that I picked up. Man, I got a ton of really wicked singles, mostly from a local DJ friend of mine, Nick. Stopped at his place, did some live spinning actually at his house in Halifax, and bought a few records out of his collection, straight out of the collection. Well, first of all, he gave me this, which was really generous and very nice. This is a classic from the 2000s, Nick B, another Nick, out of Quebec City. Great DJ, producer, used to run a record shop there too. He put this out, I think, in the 2000s, kind of a funny jam. This is actually George W. Bush in there, and there's kind of a line by Michael Moore, sampled Michael Moore saying something about George W. Bush. Oh, those were the old days, right, where Americans, when things were not as dark as they are today in the States. But let's move on to Sweden, talking about international countries. I got a bunch of stuff on this label, Hybrid. Love this Swedish label. This is Delano and Lakebush, Color Clash 2 on Hybrid. This is like 90s minimalist but Swedish techno. Very good stuff, very quality. This has nothing on it. I think it's the Color Clash as well. It was definitely a color vinyl. Looks like that. It's got stuff. Yeah, this is the, I call like drum crew or something, or drumware. But I think it's Jasper Delbeck and two other dudes from Sweden. Swedish techno from the 90s. More Swedish techno from the 90s on Hybrid. Great label, quality stuff. This one is Jean-Louis Huta and Simon Hartley. Simon Hartley might be UK, especially with a name like that. Get your arse to Mars. Bangers. Little house in the mix here too. Picked up this Inland Nights single. Classic from the 2000s as well. One of the ones I did not have on Drop Music. Big fan of this label. And Inland Nights are like legendary deep funky house producers from the UK. Anything they produce sounds amazing. Great stuff. This record sounds amazing too. It's called This Belongs to You, which how it goes. And very last but not least, we're going to go out on some techno as well. James Ruskin and Surgeon. Killer duo, right? This is on Surgeon's label, Dynamic Tension Records. Total minimal banger, hard-hitting, fast, all the stuff you want techno. So that was my haul on this pretty nice, relaxing trip. Busy trip, actually. So I'm going to put some video now from the punk show last night. I'll see you guys soon.